You guys made me do it. Probably one of the worst movies I've ever seen. That movie is Dragon Ball Evolution. Growing up, Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z, and even Dragon Ball GT, and a lot of the movies that are no longer canon, maybe besides a few, has been a tentpole in my life and how I grew up becoming who I am. Perseverance, hard work, and never giving up was always the reason why I succeeded in life, is because of Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z. Becoming stronger, becoming the better version of yourself. There's no limit, and if there is that limit, you gotta fight and surpass that limit. It was a very important thing. I remember me and my dad would go to these Chinese or Japanese toy stores to see if they had any Dragon Ball figures or even Dragon Ball stickers that we call, like Cantonese we call a sim kat. Basically means shiny card. And even one time when I loved Dragon Ball so much that Burger King came out with I wish you like a big kids meal or a Happy Meal or some sort, and it was so popular it was all gone. I believe there was these like it looks like steel statues or steel figures. They're probably not steel. I never got any of them. I went there like every weekend. It was all gone. It was insane. This movie basically took a shit on everything that I grew up loving. Akira Toriyama had to come out of retirement to make a movie based on how bad this movie was received by not just fans but critics alike. James Wong, you piece of shit. This movie was so bad, he quit directing entirely. I believe he wrote and directed Final Destination 3. He directed The One, and he directed a bunch of other shitty movies, but this one was so bad that he quit directing altogether, at least based off his Wikipedia and IMDb. Now, what made me even more furious and did not watch this movie to begin with was the fact that the director did not watch or use any of the source material. All he got was a quick cliff notes of what the movie is. He basically used whatever bullshit that he pulled out of his asshole to make this movie. He completely deviated from Akira Toriyama's source material, not just the character, but the powers, how they look, and how they're completely altered, which is insane, completely altered beyond recognition. Goku's a teenager, and not just that, he's a teenager. Bulma's a teenager. I believe she's supposed to be a teenager. Master Roshi is played by Chow Yun-fat. Justin Chatwin does a terrible job. The acting was just atrocious. When I heard that Spike, I forgot his name, James Marston or whatever his name is, or James Masters or whatever his name, Marsters, he played Piccolo, and I saw a screenshot of it before the movie even released. I'm like, I'm not watching this. There's no tentacles. There's no antennas coming out of him, and it's just really, really bad. What we wanted was even like someone like Jackie Chan or Jet Li, but we got budget Jet Li and budget Jackie Chan, which is Chow Yun-fat, who's not really a martial artist. He's more of a performative kind of guy. He doesn't really know too much martial arts. People are gonna fight me in the comments, or basically fight me in general, saying that, well, he wasn't Crouching Tiger. He didn't really do any of like the actual martial arts. The most he probably got like choreography training and maybe some wire stunts and stuff like that, but actual martial artists, not even close. We didn't even get that. We got this piece of shit. Acting was really bad. It basically made Goku into a teenager, that's him in a love story with Chi-Chi. Super fucking cringe. Now, like I'm wearing a Dragon Ball shirt, all right? I just finished watching this movie, and I can't tell you how incredibly pissed off I am. The Dragon Balls, they're, for some reason, when Goku touches them, he can see the future. Piccolo is basically like some crazy demon, that was sealed away by 7 monks, and basically is in charge of the Great Ozaru, or the Great Ape. Goku says that my grandfather Gohan says they're Namekians, not Namekians, they're Namekians. Kamehameha is just earthbending. I mean, it's just airbending, and it could revive people. It's like CPR. The costume, don't even get me started with the costume. The hair is bad. The acting is bad. The visual effects are really, really bad. Despite being released in 2009, we've seen some amazing visual effects. Pirates of the Caribbean, we've seen insane stuff before. Even stuff that goes back to like Jurassic Park. We've seen really, really good visual effects. We got none of that. The fight scenes suck. There's a bunch of cutscenes and jump cuts everywhere. It is just awful. All right? The thing is that this movie is Dragon Ball in name only and nothing else. Master Roshi was played by Chow Yun-fat, really fucking awful. Oh, he teaches Goku how to do the Kamehameha. He does this martial arts thing. He goes like this, and he's like, and you got to build the. Oh my. I'm so mad. I'm so mad. All right, there's. You could tell that none of them are like trained in martial arts. Maybe just with a little bit of Chow Yun-fat. Now the script and dialogue really bad, really cringe, high school bullcrap. I would say like Not Another Teen Movie with Chris Evans is probably better than this movie. A lot of bullshit scripts that came out, a lot of bullshit that came out when I was in high school in the mid 2000s was probably better than this movie. This movie was so bad. I would probably rate this as the worst movie I have ever seen. Not just because I have nostalgia, watching Dragon Ball as a kid, watching it every Saturday morning, even watching the two different versions, the Bruce Falconer and the like all the different types of music that we got. Dragon Ball. It's this ruined everything. If you watched, like I had a friend, I'm during this time I was working at Activision. There's this guy that I said, Dragon Ball is my favorite, anime of all time. Of course, this is back in the day. And he said, "Oh, are you gonna go watch the movie?" And I was like, "No, I'm not, because it looks really awful." And he said that I watched it already, and it's actually pretty good. It's like a popcorn flick. I'm like, no fucking way. And then I was supposed to watch this movie and review it back when we hit 5,000 subscribers. And then this past weekend, I made a goal of getting a minimum of 10 super chats, minimum of $1, and you guys went above and beyond. And I watched it, and it was absolutely insane torture. Like you can use this. The military should actually like capture people, and when they're interrogating them or torturing them, play this movie for them. It is that bad. This movie was so bad. Like I said, Akira Toriyama came out of retirement and made Revival of F. He came out of retirement and like, holy crap. The fact that when Akira Toriyama passed away last year, was it last year already? Holy crap. When he passed away last year, Justin Chatwin issued a formal apology that he wished he would give sooner. James Wong didn't. I'm not sure if he actually gave an apology. If he did, good. If he didn't, sucks. But the fact that this movie exists is terrible, and it's from 20th Century Fox. What makes me very scared is that Disney now has the rights to a live action adaptation of Dragon Ball. Are they going to use it? They did it. They did a reboot. At least they tried to do it with Home Alone. That was garbage. Are we gonna get a live action adaptation of Dragon Ball from Disney? Pray to Jesus, no. Holy crap, it's so bad, man. The film was so bad. It was so bad. It's considered one of the worst movies of all time. I think it got like a 1.4, which is insane, right? In short, Dragon Ball Evolution shouldn't even been, should not have existed. You even got movies like what's it called again? Not Crouching Tiger, but Shaolin Soccer and Kung Fu Hustle that came out not too long before this movie. And those movies were way better. Way better. If James Wong had stuck to his guns and actually used the source material and actually read or watched something, he would not have been gotten it this bad. This is absolutely one of the worst adaptations of all time, and it will go down in history as one of the absolute fucking dog shits I've ever seen. All right, I've seen Madam Web. That shit was fucking awful. All right, I've seen a lot of terrible movies, a ton of them. There's a lot of terrible movies that are going to be coming out in the future that I'm going to watch. This is the one that I never wanted to watch, but thanks to the chat and thanks to everyone's support here on Project Eggroll, I have finally watched this movie. It is an hour and a half. I will never get back. I wish they could just erase this movie from existence. Thanos should have fucking snapped and got this shit out of the way. The acting was really bad, man. Like even doesn't matter how hot Jamie Chung was during this time. This is probably her prime. It doesn't matter how hot she is. It doesn't matter that this movie had no woke stuff in it. This movie fucking sucks. Okay, I would rather watch Captain Marvel again. I would rather watch The Marvels again. I would rather watch Little Mermaid again. I would rather watch Madam Web again. I would rather watch. I would rather watch Catwoman again. I would rather watch the Ang Lee. Like, I'd rather watch, like, there's no Marvel movie that's as bad as this movie. That's my comparison. The fact that we're talking about Loki, we're talking about Agatha, we're talking about Acolyte. I would rather watch Acolyte again. Okay, this is how. Look, I'm done talking about this movie. It's pissing me off right now. I'm fuming. I'm hungry. I'm upset. And like, I wish I could unwatch this movie, but I fucking can't. And oh man, like I need to go and watch Dragon Ball Z. I'm gonna watch Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z. I'm gonna go through the entire series with my son, and he's gonna love it and enjoy it as much as I did growing up. It's gonna be freaking awesome. And I wish this movie did not exist. Holy shit, man. Oh my god, dude. Like, it's, look, you could have made something really, really good. We got something like One Piece. Like, One Piece live action on Netflix was freaking good. Like, if it's so good. Like, the season, I can't wait for fucking season 2. This shit should never exist. I heard that we're getting a Naruto live action. Look, I'm fucking done. I'm fucking done. I hate this movie. If I was rate this movie, it would be a 0 out of 10. But yeah, it's awful. Sorry for the yelling, but I'm gonna blame Grae, because Grae is the one who said, "Oh, you should do it," and say, "Oh, you should. It will be fun." Shut up. Well, anyways, thanks for watching this video. Like, share, subscribe, all that kind of stuff. And if you want to see me suffer and be in agony and be upset about a movie, you know, that was near and dear to me, you know, any Dragon Ball related merch that I had as a kid, like, you know, if you like that kind of stuff, you want to see me cry and be angry like a little pathetic incel, you know, like, share, subscribe. Hopefully you share this video with all your friends. With that, we'll catch you guys in the next one. Later.